before we get Ali to do hers, there is
Mm.
another Debs does Asana, I think.
I'm sorry, what
Is it?
is that?
Yeah, I think so. Um, Obviously, I'm not advertising them on here,
What an
but
imposter.
I can't remember what I've seen them on. It might be Threads.
It's not Debs does Dallas.
Ali and Debs, welcome to Radventures, the podcast that takes you on an exhilarating journey through the lives of business owners and entrepreneurs. Both business owners, both now entrepreneurs. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
So, tell us, our listeners slash watchers, all about yourselves. How about Ali? You go first because it's alphabetically correct.
Okay. So I'm Ali. I'm a virtual assistant from Yorkshire. I'm mum of two small children, and I work with small businesses and social media managers, helping them with their social media. Yeah. That's
Oh,
me.
and Debs?
I'm Debs, also from Yorkshire. I'm an online business manager, specifically working with Asana to help people power up their productivity. And I have also got one small child and one very large dog.
Nice, nice. I like it. So, me and Debs have been connected for like 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Me
Okay.
and Ali have been connected for like, I don't know, a year or so maybe now.
Yeah, probably nearly a year. Yeah.
And for the washers, for the watchers slash listeners, they will know, well, they won't know, but I'm going to tell them now, that you are the founders of the world famous Generator Gals.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
us.
And as the watchers and regular listeners will know, I am the honorary man.
You are the one and only.
Yeah, it's a huge
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah.
It's a
You bring a
fabulous
lot
group.
to
You've
the
done really
group.
well.
Yeah. You do. You bring a lot to it. We're very grateful you're there.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Okay, so obviously, podcast is all about your business journeys.
Hmm.
And but before that, I want to talk about Yorkshire because it's not the best county, is it?
Yeah, it is. Let's be honest.
I think you're outnumbered in this conversation, to be fair.
No, but I mean, you live on the border, both of you, don't you? Basically,
We do live on the border,
Yeah.
but we're still proud to be Yorkshire.
Yeah.
you're like fake Yorkshire people. If we went
No.
to someone like in Leeds or in like Skelmersdale or something, no, that's not Yorkshire, is it?
Skelmersdale's Lancashire.
I think I meant Scarborough.
Scarborough, yeah, that's very
That's
Yorkshire.
definitely in Yorkshire, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, but solely.
Yeah, you're on the cusp.
Let the listeners decide from our accents where we're
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a
Mhm.
magic clip of this, and we can ask them who's better, Yorkshire or Lancashire.
Yeah, vote now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that clip. I might even do it today after we finish recording this. Okay, so, right, let's go for Debs. I want to talk to you first about Asana because I discovered
Okay.
something yesterday, and then we'll get into your journey where you guys can do much more of the talking than I will.
Sure.
So I was on site for a client and they couldn't make it to the site I was on. So we had a
Mhm.
Teams call. Now
Okay.
Teams, it's not something I've used very much. It kind of came in just at the I used it a little bit when it first came in, like in the first lockdown.
Mhm.
Then there was no need for it in the remainder of my employed career. And
Mm.
then during self-employed, I used Zoom most of the time, and then occasionally I've used this for calls and Google Meets. But the story is we were on Teams and we were on the chat function,
Mhm.
and then Project Planner popped up. So I was like, okay. And as regular listeners and watchers will know, I do love a good project management tool.
Mm.
So I have a quick look around it anyway, and basically, Microsoft Teams now has an app within it called Planner.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but Planner looks exactly the same as Asana.
Does it? No, I've never used it. Never used it. I actually despise Teams, but I do use Teams with one of my clients, one of my main
Mm.
retainer clients. But it's like a real love-hate relationship. I'm not a fan. I think
No.
Google's far superior, in my
Yeah,
humble
but
opinion.
let's save that bit for later. Don't ruin the questions.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but yeah, I couldn't believe it because I have an OLED screen laptop, so everything is in dark mode, so it doesn't burn the LEDs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at it like I've seen this before somewhere. Even like the big layout bit, I was like, what? And you can even do the old board thing where you can pull them over and stuff like that. So
Really?
yeah, Microsoft
Did it have
Teams.
unicorns?
Yeah, does it
It
have
did not have.
unicorns?
I don't think it has unicorns or narwhals.
No, well, inadequate.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you quickly. As you know, because I think I mentioned it in the Generator Girls WhatsApp group,
Mm,
I was thinking about moving from with Moxie, affiliate link
yeah.
available. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't sell the affiliate link when you're trying to move away from it yourself. That's not cool, is it? But so so I was thinking about moving away, and I've been umming and ahhing, as you know, because I think I've had conversations with you certainly, and I think with
Mhm,
Sisters with Charlotte, who was also on the show. Can't remember what episode number she was. Um, and then I was like, right, this is it. So I've looked back over the ones I had a look at ClickUp because we had Harriet on, who is a ClickUp specialist and Dubsado specialist, and she'd kind of said about ClickUp, and I did like the look of ClickUp. I like the fact that it's got an external app, a desktop app
mhm,
is the word, sorry. And
mhm,
then I was like, this is too complicated to set up. I'm not down for that. I've not got enough time.
mhm,
So I was like, right, let's start looking at the old ones, you know. So back to Toggle Plan. I quite liked that because of the layout and stuff. And I was
mm.
like, it's a bit basic. Um, so I was like, okay, not Trello. That
No.
was
No.
I made
No.
that so complicated. I was like,
Never tried
right, I'm gonna have a look at Sana again. So I had a good look at Asana. I like everything that when I'd abandoned it, it was like an old abandoned village. Everything was still
it.
there. There's a few tasks in there, a few reminders. And I was like,
Mm,
oh no. And I was like, you just got to change it. So I think I put it in like white mode. And I was like, yeah, okay, it doesn't look too bad. And then I messed around with, I archived a couple of clients and I messed around with a few projects. And I thought, yeah, this is it. Okay. So we'll go back to toggle track for the timing. No, sorry. Yeah, toggle track. I'll go back to Asana. I've got the desktop app. Sounds good. I'm getting ready
mm,
to do it. So I go on to with Moxie and I click unsubscribe. Or no,
Mhm.
I click subscription. And then I realized that they have tiered subscriptions now.
mhm.
And that I'm paying, I was paying $25 a month for something that I was only using $10 a month of worth of stuff.
I had exactly the same thing.
Did you?
Exactly the same thing. After you
Yeah,
posted it, I checked mine.
Yeah, I remember you putting it in the
yeah.
group, and I was thinking, oh,
They
how is this
proper
happening?
snuck that in. Like
Yeah,
I
they did.
remember when I signed up for it, what was it? I don't know, 18 months ago,
Mm,
maybe not even that. It was like, one price, one subscription, it does it all. And I was like,
mhm,
cool. And then, yeah, like I say, I only found it, and then a couple of ladies in the group were like, "Oh no, I'm on Teams," or "Oh yeah, no, I'm the standard one." But I've been
mm,
moaning about it for months. Like, I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't know. I don't need the other. Why am I paying for it? And there it
mm.
was. So the moral of the story is, shame on you, Moxie. You should have told us about that. And it's
Yeah.
not just me.
No.
No,
Well, obviously,
me
Ali
too.
fell foul of that as well. So you've decided to ditch Asana again? Is that the moral?
So I'm sticking with Moxie for now,
Mm-hmm.
um, based on the fact that I'm now going to test the cheaper subscription,
Okay.
because that's only $10 a month, I think it is. And
Mm-hmm.
if I was going to pay, I would have to pay $10 or €12, I think, for Toggle Track to do the same. Though I did like the reports on Toggle Track.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm staying with Moxie for now, but I
Mhm.
may go back to Asana purely because of the narwhal and the unicorn when you complete a task.
Okay. I was going to say because blue's quite a good
I did
comparison.
have a look at Blue when
Mm.
Suze mentioned it, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then you did a massive deep dive for us, like
Yeah.
overnight.
And then never
Um,
looked at it again.
yeah, and I got there in the morning and I was like, here we go, Blue. And I went, oh no, this looks too much like I can't remember what it looked like now,
Mm.
but I was like, no, I didn't like it. And
No.
the last thing with Moxie before we move on to you two's stories
Mhm.
is even the 80s theme. It's not doing it for me anymore.
No, it's not 80s enough, is it?
No, the only thing that it is they've got pink writing. That's it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It used to pop. It doesn't
Yeah,
anymore. It's just
it
flat
could do
now.
more.
It could. They could do more.
It
So
could.
Moxie, if you're listening, sort your stuff out.
We're still staying with you, but
Yeah, I'm staying with you, and I love
Yeah.
you, but at the same
Yeah.
time, sort your stuff out. It's not cool, man. Not cool. Okay, so that's out the way. That's off the chest. World set to rights. Ali, tell us, did you always want to be a virtual assistant?
No, I didn't even know what a virtual assistant was.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a recent thing. My business will be open 3 years in June.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 3 years in June. And it's Deb's fault, really.
Oh, okay.
She follows me wherever I go.
And you were like, I've got a really good idea for you. Here's what you should do.
Yeah.
So I don't know who knows or doesn't know this, but me and Deb work together in the real world, in real life. So I went to uni to do history. I basically looked at a map and said, where's the furthest place I can go from Leeds? And went to Falmouth in Cornwall for 3 years, which was amazing. And then I finished uni and came home and thought, what the fuck am I going to do now? And so basically I just sat around and didn't do the right lot. And then my dad came home from work and was like, our receptionist is poorly. You have to go to the office tomorrow. So that's at a flooring wholesaler's. And then I worked there for the next 9.5 years. Went pretty quick. So I did receptionist. Then I worked in the sales office on the sales desk phones. I worked in stock control. I did buying. Worked on the trade counter, loading up people's vans. Worked in accounts, collecting money. Basically all the departments. And Debs was my dad's PA, EA. Sorry. After a few years, she joined us.
I was.
Yeah, and then when I had my son in 2021, I asked if I could go back part-time, which they didn't want me to do. And then I asked if I could work from home, which they would absolutely not let me do. And then I asked for a pay rise to do all those things, which was the nail in the coffin. And it was something like 6 weeks before they changed the law about remote and flexible working. And so they were just like, no, bye. So got in contact with Debs and was like, I think I want to do what you're doing because what you're doing looks really great. And we went for a coffee and then that was it. 3
And
years.
you've followed her around
later.
ever since.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't get rid of her.
Yeah. Joined at the hip.
That's it.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, I would imagine that loading up a van full of flowers would be quite difficult working from home.
Well, I didn't do that bit anymore.
No, it's all right.
Well, did you say flowers?
Was it not flowers you said?
Carpets.
Flooring.
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 So that's
the old accent.
That's like Yorkshire accent, that is.
It is. Yeah.
Flooring makes more sense. Still, you couldn't load up a carpet from home, could you?
No, but I didn't work in that department when I was at that point.
That's what you tell us.
I was older. I was weaker by then. Given birth.
Well, we've got no way of proving it, have we? Unless we get your dad on the phone. Ring him up.
Yeah. He'd retired by this point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would have got my own way.
Yeah.
Bring those carpets here, Dad. I'll load them up in the van. Someone loaded them up in the van to unload them at your house and then load them up in the...
It's quite funny though because like these traders would pull up and stuff, and they really weren't expecting like a 25-year-old girl to come out carrying in a Steely's, carrying whatever they wanted loaded on the van.
A few bags of screed.
Yeah. Do you want to be left out? Do you want to be the girl that couldn't carry the screed?
No, that's it. This girl can. That was the campaign, wasn't
this girl can.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like quite the career anyway. Even if you did kind of fall into it and stay there for a little bit.
Yeah. I did enjoy it, and we did a lot of great stuff, and like travel to see a lot of suppliers and things like that. But not conducive with having children or a life.
Mm.
Working like 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. No dinner, just at your desk the whole time.
Yeah.
Lucky if you went for a wee.
I think because I'd been through, because my little boy is like a couple of years older than Ali's, and I was like, there's a different world. You don't have to go back to corporate life and put your child in childcare, never see them, never do bedtime, just have somebody else looking after them all the time. I was like, there is another way. There's another way. So selfishly, I wanted her to do it because I wanted a pal close
we all
by.
kind of like you kind of like once you leave that world, you kind of look back, don't you? And you're kind of like, oh, that's not kind of right.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. I would never do that now, ever.
No.
Yeah, I think there's a few bits online, obviously, and I think I've probably mentioned it before, but it's like, a salary is the drug to quash your dreams and things like that because of the security and stuff. And obviously, I have spoken about security before, but it's like ourselves with multiple clients, because I know you guys have got multiple clients too. If you lose a client, you're devastated. What have I done wrong? Oh my God! But at the same time, it's like, see you later, and then you get a new one, triple your prices, get a new one. And then you're like, oh, actually, I don't have to do as much work anymore, and I've got just as much money. If I lost my job, if I was self-employed and I lost my job tomorrow, that's it.
Yeah.
My egg has fallen out of my basket. It's on the floor everywhere, and I'm scraping up the bits to see how long I've got before I can get a new one.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think there is such a thing as like security anymore. I think employed roles are they're very sort of they're not as secure as they used to be. You don't longer gone are the days where you'd go into a job for life and you'd stay there until retirement. I think a lot of the time you have to believe in yourself when you're self-employed. That's a big shift that I had. Like my sort of mindset was you need to believe in yourself that if a client does leave, you're just going to get another client. And it's so mad that it does happen. I'm 5 years in and I don't think I've ever not been fully booked, or what I class as fully booked. I'm just going to have a drink as well, Richard.
Yeah, sorry. It's the talking thing. I've spoken about this as well before. Well, when you get to episode 38, did I say?
40 technically, yeah.
It's actually technically like 43rd recording or something. But when you have to sit here talking, you need to keep keep everything going.
And you've got your dry drink and your wet drink.
No, I've only got a wet drink today of water because I didn't want people to like see the redness in the cup and be like, "Is he drinking wine at 10 o'clock in the morning?"
What's a dry drink?
Like a coffee?
when you drink coffee, and if you have too many cups of coffee, and it's like it starts feeling a bit dry, doesn't it?
I've never experienced that. No.
It's definitely a drier drink than a juice.
I think it's like there's like two camps, I think, and like when you say to someone, "Oh, can we just go and get another drink because I need a wet drink now?" and someone says, "Yeah, a wet drink." When someone knows what a wet drink is, you know that they know. But if someone doesn't know what wet drink is, then they don't know.
I know what a wet drink is. I just don't know what a dry drink is.
Well, yeah, my partner described it to me as all drinks are wet.
Well, they
and
are.
I was like, yes, they are.
Right.
But it's like there are wet drinks and dry drinks, and coffee can be a dry drink. Yeah, Ali knows. See, Debs doesn't.
No, I'm not. I'm not in the know.
A chai latte, that's a dry drink.
Wow. They're all
vanilla
wet.
coffees.
They're just all wet.
Vanilla coffees are quite dry, and lattes. If you have like two or three lattes, can be quite dry too.
The only drink I would agree is sparkling water. That's quite dry.
That's disgusting, though. No one should ever drink that.
I really like sparkling water.
Tastes like dirt.
I like to partake in drinking the white noise, the sparkling water.
It's a whole new world for me, this.
I was going to say something about coffee then, and it's like wine. You get dry wines and you get sweet wine, don't you? And I suppose like it's that kind of thing in that the coffee it gets dry after a couple, and the water is the sweet wine, maybe. Don't know, but anyway,
I'm just going to
Moving on.
nod and agree.
Yeah, nod and agree.
Yeah.
So, Debs, did you always want to be a business and systems specialist?
No, I didn't know it was a thing.
No.
But I'm really glad I am. It's
If you
probably the
start
best thing I've
mentioning,
ever done.
if you start mentioning working in a flooring company for the next 9 years, I think you two have got a script and you're just using the same one.
I wasn't there for that long. I was there for about 4 years. But I kind of messed about a lot when I was younger. I tried to go to uni a couple of times to manage nightclubs because that's what I thought would be a great career. And then went to live in New Zealand for about 18 months, travelled to Australia, then moved to London. So I just kept moving around, I think, escaping growing up. And then I came back to Yorkshire in 2004 and worked at a gym. I was the admin manager of a gym and then moved to be like regional admin and did like a bit of like deputy general manager stuff. I was there for about 11 years. So that was a big chunk of my career, I guess. But when I left there, I went to go work at the flooring company with Ali and supported her dad. And that's how we met each other. And then I went to go work for my brother, who's got a golf cricket shoe company. So that was very much a start-up. But when I had my son, I knew from really early on that I was going to be a single parent. So I had him and then did what I just thought I should do, which is take a job at a school, which was minimum wage, term time only. And I just couldn't survive on that. But he was born in 2019. So when it came to lockdown, he was just over 1. He'd like about 13, 14 months old. And I worked from home for a little bit during the first lockdown. But during that time, because I was with him so much, he was between me and his dad's house. His development started to regress. So he started to lose speech, lose like responding to his name. He started to stop pointing. So we started the pathway for an autism diagnosis. And that kind of took over my world a lot in that time. And I couldn't commit to doing a full-time job because he had no childcare because nowhere could meet his need. So that's when I was just scrolling on Instagram one day and I thought, what's this virtual assistant malarkey? And at the same time as that happening, I've been having some therapy because I was in a bit of a deep, dark hole at that point, struggling with what was going on with Teddy, struggling with like not working because I've worked my whole life up until having him at 39. So I was really lost. And then all of a sudden, those things kind of collided and brought me to the point where I thought, no, I need to get through this and I need to start something for myself. And I think Lucy Critchley was one of the people that I was first drawn to. And I contacted her over DM because she's really local to me. And we had some conversations and we had an online call as well. And I just kind of full steam ahead, just went for it, had nothing to lose. And ended up getting clients straight away. In fact, I don't even really know how. It just kind of happened. I started talking about it more on social media, set up a business page, and I feel like the rest is history. Just kind of evolved from there.
I can't believe out of all of that both of you moved away to lovely places and you still ended up back in Yorkshire.
This is why. The best. Honestly, it is because I used to live in Huddersfield and I live in North Yorkshire now. So I'm in the better side of the county. But we're just surrounded by fields and sheep and like beautiful places. Like the school run is just beautiful. Like I couldn't imagine raising him anywhere else.
Yeah, it is quite pretty. And when very occasionally when the sun does shine,
like today, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
today.
But this is it. That's your summer. That's it for the rest of the whole entire rest of the year until this time next year. It's going to be rainy.
I'm going to Turkey tomorrow and it's raining.
Oh well, it might swap. So we'll
it's going to be
the
glorious
rain,
here and it's going to rain in Turkey.
Yeah. Cool. So talk to us then. So you're running your business, Ali. Debs is mentoring you under her wing. You're under her wing. Debs is running her business. At what point did you decide that you're going to start the Generator Gals then?
Well, over the last 3 years, there's been many iterations and discussions about doing something together. Probably about 12, 14 months in, we were like, right, we're going to do an agency. We're going to clump in together and we're going to do an agency and it's going to be great. And we had a lot of discussions about it. And then, Ali gets pregnant again. So that all had to be put on hold while I had my daughter, Goldie. Because it just wouldn't have, like, had been like, oh, we're opening this business now, bye. So that, and then we went back to our own businesses and worked on those again for another year. And then last year, at some point, I can't even remember what month, we've just been talking a lot. And one of the things that we both struggle with being self-employed is being on our own, I guess. I mean, we're very lucky that we live close to each other and we can go work in a cafe together and co-work together. But one of the best bits about, I think, like the virtual assistant, online business owner, service owner community is that it really is a community. Like, people really look out for each other, they recommend each other, they have a laugh. And we just wanted somewhere where all that could happen and it not be serious. So literally off the cuff one day, we were like, let's just start a WhatsApp group and online co-working. And we'd recently got into human design. And I'm a generator. Debs actually isn't.
No.
But a lot of service providers are generators because that's the kind of work that they do. We're like, we'll just call it Generator Gals. We'll just make a really quick logo on Canva. And then we ended up getting like 30 people sign up, like in a short succession. So we've been running that for now probably like 8-9 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I guess.
And then, as with me and Debs, always, there was a sudden burst of activity.
Yeah.
And we were like, right, we're going to go back to the agency. We're going to do it. So we've spent some time putting in the groundwork to set up Lunar and Wild, which is going to be essentially an agency-style model where we can help support business owners who are kind of at that 2-year point. They've been open a while. They know what they're doing, but they want to do more. The point that both of us have been through, and they just need a bit more support, whether it's with systems and like how business runs, or whether it's like marketing support, or they need help with a new website, all those kind of things that people need to expand the business. And that's what Lunar and Wild is going to be. Is
nice. I like it. It's one of those where you're always. I thought something then, and I was like, must remember that, and I've forgotten it. I was too busy thinking about Yorkshire again.
How good it is.
Yeah, how great it is.
How great it is.
Though nothing compared to Lancashire. Cool. So, how far have you got with the agency then? Is it like come back, microphone. Come back, microphone. Let's try that one again. Why did I say it twice? Right, hang on.
Let's have a wet drink.
Everybody have a drink. Everybody have a drink. Everybody have a couple of minutes. Just a couple of seconds. And actually, normally I'd cut this out, but I'm going to leave that in because that was fantastic.
Oh, great. Skull in the monster.
Right. I'm just going to have a quick look at my old cheat sheet to see where I'm up to. Okay. So, Lunar and Wild then. Is it launched yet, or is it? Are you kind of laying the foundations, as it were, or have you onboarding clients?
It is launched. It is
Right.
launched, and we're just not quite at the point where we know exactly what we want to do with it. And that is because we're both really busy. Like, I'm still at max capacity with my own retainer clients. So I feel like it's kind of ticking along in the background. But I think the reason why it does work, or it will work really well, is because we're very different. We're the same, but we're very different. I'm a projector, if we're talking human design, and Ali's a generator. But Ali's also quite chaotic and creative, whereas I'm like very system driven processes, organised. Not saying that you're not organised, but they're my strengths. Whereas Alec, when we were setting it up, Alec came to me and she's like, we're going to do this community. It's going to be called this. And I was like, oh, okay. She's very much the ideas person of the duo. So we've done, and this is quite typical of us, I feel like we've done 90% of setting it up, but we've just not committed to actually onboarding clients yet. But I think that it always feels like there's something in the way.
I mean, between us, we have 3 children under 7. So
mine's very special. He's got special needs, so it's chaotic.
So I know you're also a parent, Richard. So you know what it's like. We had this great idea, and we actually went to a local spa and rented a room there and did a whole Saturday where we literally got so much done and it was so productive. And then we went home and we were like, right, let's get it all out on socials. Let's do the website. And then it was like, oh, everyone's got sickness bug. Dive.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was half term. And then Freddie's now broke his foot. So it's just one of those, but we will get there and we will get it over the line. But one thing that we definitely do not want to do is launch it when it is launched. Take on clients when we're not ready and we can't support them because who wants to do that? You want to be ready and
of course.
But I think it's a big part of us being self-employed as well is embracing how we want to work. And we know that we work better in sporadic bursts of energy. Like, we've embraced that now. Like, we can get so much done and we can be so powerful and we can be so useful to clients, but it's just going to happen when it happens. Like, we can't put that extra layer of pressure on ourselves to like get it done before like the summer holidays or something, because it needs to be right for both of us as well. So
also, like, I still have Goldie at home full time. She starts school in nursery in October, so I'm gonna have like 2 full days a week where I have no children. So there's kind of those things to consider as well.
It's a long-term plan.
It sounds good. It sounds like it's on its way. And like, I've done the same thing. I've got like 3 t-shirt businesses. I've done designs. I own domains. I've been like set them all up, all the designs and everything, all the white label printing. And then I've got to the 90% mark, like you say. And I've been like, meh, I'm over that. I've even done social media posts for it. And I'm over it, but like, I'm like, it's not the right time for this.
Like the momentum's gone.
One page. I've got 3,500 followers nearly on an Instagram page. And I'm just like, that project is now sidelined, too busy with Radmin Assist. And then I was like, what am I going to do next? I'll start a podcast. So, and then from there, you're like, well, what am I going to do now? I think I'll try and be a YouTube star. So then from after that, when I've completed that task, so like nearly completed podcast, I think like you're probably like the last ever episode. No, I'm joking. I'm keep going.
Great.
But it's like, the epic finale.
Of course.
No, we'll keep going with the podcast. It's just more sporadic than it used to be. And then from there, turned it like YouTuber, vlogger kind of thing. Once I've completed that, well, I don't know what you go from there. I think I know where you go. You enter the WWE as a wrestler.
Yeah, I think you'd be great there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it. What would your name be though?
The
Radminizer.
The Radminizer.
What's his name? Richard Hiron, the Hironator is his business name. He calls me Radminator.
There you go.
Yeah, I reckon we could go with that. I'll borrow it from him. So anyway, so that's it. So we all take on these little projects because we want that little bit extra, don't we? But then probably, if we're being completely honest with ourselves, not in your case with Lunar and Wild, we just push ourselves a little bit too far, and then it's a bit like, oh, okay, I need to step back a minute, refocus. I'll come back to that when I'm ready, and then the inevitable gets in the way. Life, children. Work, that's the big thing. Work,
100%.
I think we're very lucky in that the generator gals is always like there under running it, like that. The community is like very like well established. We think now we have great members, you included, of course. We had our first meetup a few months ago. We're going to organise another one in July? In July in London, because we're both coming to London for the day for the Southern members. So that kind of like is established and is going somewhere, and that will support Lunar and Wild when it needs to.
Yeah.
Good. I like it. Okay, let's do the questions because we're getting on a bit in time. It's my fault entirely because I was talking about with Moxie. Okay, so as we did with Kieran and Rachel, who were on like 4 episodes back, episode 34-ish, 33 maybe. I'll ask the question and then I'll point or say a name and then you answer so that I don't ask a question and then both of you jump in.
Okay.
So what's been your favourite age? We'll go with Deb's first.
Well, I'd say this current age. I think I said before, I spent a lot of my 20s fucking about, and then I got sober when I was 34. I stopped drinking, so that's like 11 and a bit years ago. And who's in recovery will know that it's like it's a bit of an onion. Like you're constantly peeling away layers of yourself and healing, I guess. And I'd say that I'm probably at the point now where I'm the most myself that I've ever been. I feel like I've gone on several journeys of change, whether that's through setting up my own business, whether it's through supporting my son with his needs, whether it's like the work I do on myself. So I'd say my age. I mean, I don't particularly like that I'm 45, but I'm coming to terms with that. But I'd say my age now.
My thought on this was obviously as we do get older, we do start reflecting as well, don't we? And like none of us want to be older.
No.
Like I feel now like I'm like, I don't know, 22. Unless I speak to someone who's 22 and then I'm like, oh my God, I am not 22. But at the same time, like, I was thinking about this the other day. I can't remember what prompted me. But in my mid-20s, when I was like 20, 23, 24 kind of age, I used to go around with shirts on and like waistcoats and, trousers and fancy boots. And maybe it's the sign of the times. It's a little bit different, but maybe I just feel like I kind of regressed a little bit. But now, I'm wandering around in my jeans and my t-shirt and my Converse and my backwards cap. And I'm a bit like, is that the 2020s? Or is that because I don't want to be 40 at the end of the year?
Yeah. Probably.
So, yeah, but then I think, times were different back then. Remember when we had trendies before people turned into townies?
No, we didn't have that in Yorkshire. You mean chavs?
Well, chavs, yeah, chavs. Yeah, before they were chavs, they were townies.
Were they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm too young for that.
Well, I don't know it. Scuffers.
Yeah.
We had scuffers.
No.
We had crusties at uni.
No, townies, definitely townies. Then they turned into chavs.
Oh.
And we had townies, trendies, and moshers. That was the thing. And
we had
moshers. Yeah, I was a mosher.
Yeah, I could tell. Right, Ali, what has been your favourite age so far?
Torn. I really like this age, which is 33. Because I'm doing my own thing. I don't have to answer to anybody. Got my kids. But I did really like my early 20s. It was just a lot of fun. Had no responsibilities. Went to festivals all over the world. Yeah. But
nice, great.
Probably in all honesty now. But maybe if I could just do like alternate weekends with my 20s, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think like the problem with getting older is like, if you're going to festivals and stuff, and it's not even the drink, it's like the tiredness of like someone says to me, do you want to go out tonight? And I'm like, no. And they're like, is it because you don't want the drink? I'm like, well, the drink's all right, but at the same time, I don't want to go to bed at 2:00 in the morning because I won't be able to function the next day.
Yeah. If someone suggests something like that, I'm tired before I even go. Like the thought of it exhausts me.
Neither of our children sleep ever.
No.
So But we live in a constant state of
Yeah.
exhaustion anyway.
Yeah. And it's always like, do we like do something for ourselves to go out, or do we just sleep if we're child free? And sleep always wins.
Always.
It's one of those. It's nice. Sleep is nice.
It's a luxury.
But yeah, I do remember those days of lack of sleep. I look back at them and wave like, ha ha ha.
Nice.
Yes, because my daughter she wouldn't go to sleep when she was younger, and I looked after her for when she was between 1 and 2, I think it was. And yeah, I was like, come on, bedtime at 6 o'clock or whatever it was. And then 9 o'clock, 9:30, or 10 o'clock when her mum come back from work, she's still like, "Way!" And I was like, and I was just like, no. Luckily, at now 13, it's difficult to get her out of bed in the morning, but she still won't sleep now. If she's on school holiday, she'll go to bed at God knows what time in the morning.
We don't need to know this.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. But you don't need to worry about them then, because like they're older and they look after themselves, etc. So if they want to sit up watching YouTube or I don't know some series on Netflix, then you're just like, you do you. I'm off to bed. See you in the morning. Oh, and you will be up in the morning.
I will make sure of it.
Yeah, like we're set off. We're going to go on a hike tomorrow. Hopefully, you're not too tired.
She's still coming either way.
Yeah, that's it. Right. No, I don't hike. Right then. What's your favourite quote? So this could be a movie, a meme, or any other quote, a motivational quote if you've got one. We'll go with Ali first this time, I think.
My mind has gone blank, but literally anything by Michael Scott from The Office. American version.
Fans. Yeah, big Office fan.
Maybe even something by Prison Mike in The Office. My brain has gone blank, but yeah, anything from The Office, basically. Anything.
This is the
I know
Office,
this is
the
Dwight,
US
but
version, yeah.
Beers beats Battlestar Galactica, but that's Dwight, but yeah. Get the vibe.
I like it. Me and my photography friend, we've been creating a few vlogs for YouTube. The aforementioned YouTube stardom. Throughout, obviously, he's a gentleman as well. I'm a gentleman, and as you can imagine, wandering around the countryside recording, there's a lot of that's what she said. That is our favourite quote, and and it it quite literally is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it is.
Because you can apply it to like a plethora of things, and it just works.
Within my like friends WhatsApp, it's just like an ongoing joke that every few weeks someone will just put like, "Oh, Ali, what season are you on now? Have you started again yet?" And I'm like, "It's just a repeat. We don't. It's all one. It just goes round and round and round." And I'll watch it probably until I die.
Yeah, literally. It's the ultimate comfort TV, isn't it?
Yeah,
so good.
I have not watched much of it.
Oh, what?
I know. I watched the UK Office.
Yeah.
I think there was 2 seasons of that, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think 2, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that, and I was a bit like, it's all right. And then I think I've watched like 1 series of the Office US.
You see, so the first season of the US Office is like for like with the UK one, and then it differs after that.
It's far superior.
I think David Brent and as a character, or whatever he's called in the US version, I think he's just such a prick.
I think the US version they make you like him.
Yeah,
they make you love him.
Yeah,
like a
you fall in love
idiot.
with him. Yeah, definitely.
Whereas David Brent you just don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does, and obviously Ricky Gervais is a great actor for making you feel that way. But he just enrages me. And I'm just like, what?
Why do you say that?
Why do you do that?
You really do. Another, I blame Ali for my addiction to that.
I did start it, and then I think it was like put it on the background, and it was like, and it was okay. But our go-to series that's on repeat that you keep watching the seasons over and over again is Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Not a massive too old fan. For that. I think I missed that. I'm currently rewatching Yellowstone
again.
Oh, I've not
Yeah.
even seen that.
Oh my God, Richard, what are you even doing with your time?
No.
You'll be wearing assless chaps in no time. Get it on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I shall invest in a pair and watch Yellowstone.
That's the law. That's what you have to
And
wear.
then when you're doing your little walks in the countryside, you can wear
Yeah.
your cowboy hat,
Yeah.
and you can wear your boots,
Yep.
and you can ride a
Okay.
horse.
I think you'll like it.
I don't like riding horses.
I don't like horses. I
No,
think
I
they're
don't like
gross.
horses.
No.
They're too big.
Sherlock Holmes 2, the film where Robert Downey Jr. plays Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah.
said horses are dangerous. What is it? Crafty at both ends and dangerous in the middle. That's it.
Yeah.
And,
My parents were driving home from I don't know where they were, when we were kids. I was about 6. And the horse jumped out of a field onto the car and went through the windscreen and nearly killed my mum.
Oh my God.
And then maybe about 2 years later, because I live in the middle of nowhere, we were walking to the village pub, and then we went in this field, and then this horse came and was charging at us, and my dad threw me over the fence, but I landed in the barbed wire.
Oh no!
So I don't like horses.
Keith.
No. Whenever I've been horse riding, which I think the last time was over 20 years ago, they always go, "We'll just go get your horse," and then they bring around this nice, lovely looking horse, and they're like, "Oh, is that mine?" And they're like, "No, no." And then a massive thing comes around the corner, this one's yours. The last one I went on, I had to climb onto a wall so I could get on it.
Oh wow!
It was that high.
Too big. That's too big.
It was massive, and then you sat up on it, and you're looking down, whoop.
Not for me.
No, not for me either.
Not for me.
No.
But I can watch it on TV. That's fine.
Yeah. Right, cool. So, Debs, your favourite quote?
Oh, mine's probably a lot more serious than Ali's. And mine would be one day at a time. It helps keep me focused in the moment. It's obviously really tied into my recovery, but it helps me stop spiraling when I feel overwhelmed with life, things with Teddy, what my future's going to look like. I'm no, just for today, things are okay. I can't think. Some days I can't think more than a day ahead. So that helps keep me focused.
I love that. I love it. Cool. Question number 2. Oh, no, that was question number 2. Question number 3. Google Suite or Microsoft 365? Debs first, because you've already alluded to the answer.
Easy. Google. Every time.
Anyone else elaborate or just full stop?
No, that's it.
It needs to say anymore.
Yeah, and with Ali jumping in, we presume your answer's the same?
Yes.
We couldn't be friends. If she preferred Microsoft, we could not be friends.
I actually, on the sly, know a lot about Google.
She does, actually.
Yeah.
She does.
I worked for, which I didn't mention earlier, for a festival throughout my 20s in Brighton. And we ran that festival out of Google Drive, and it was amazing.
So there we go. So for anyone who's watching this magic clip that I've just made with Riverside, affiliate link available, all your Google needs can be answered by Ali Yates. Was it Yates?
Yeah, Yates, yeah. Ali
Yates VA on Instagram.
Yeah, on the sly, I know quite a lot about Google.
Yeah, she keeps it quiet.
Not
for
anymore.
some reason. But she's always the person that I would call if I was what's going on with this?
Is that so the whole of the suite, or is it certain sections,
Drive, Meet, Calendar, Mail, Sheets.
Yeah, can't ring you up and be yeah, my AdSense account's messed up. What do I do now?
Probably won't know that one.
No.
Could find out though.
She's got contacts.
Contacts in the Google field.
She does.
Cool. Right, question number 4. Ali, what app can you not live without?
For work, probably Canva. Use it every day. I'm not gonna lie. I know people have a big thing about we should get off socials. I just really like Instagram. I like hanging out there. I like chatting to people on my personal one as well as my work one. It's good vibes for me.
Nice. I like it. I do like an Instagram. an Instagram scroll session. I remember when Reels first came out. I had my desk upstairs, and I kind of disappear, and then I'd be in the Reels rabbit hole, and people would
Yeah.
come looking for me, like, "What are you doing?" "Ah, there's this new thing called Reels. Have you seen it? It's fantastic." "But you've been up here for like 2 hours." Like, what? Cool. Same question to Debs.
I feel like I probably should say Asana, which it didn't even occur to me when we were doing this prep. But in reality, I mean, I do spend a lot of time on Asana, but in reality, it's either WhatsApp, because I love a voice note and our community's on there, or it's TikTok, because I'm the same. I just love a bit of social media. I never really feel like I need a break from it. I just love it.
Yeah, it is good, and I have had breaks from it. I mean, it wasn't even like a like a personal kind of break. It was a business break because like the field that I was in was all are you a six-figure business owner? Six-figure business owner? If not, why not? And it's like, I'll tell you how I do it. I get cold showers every day, and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And you can be too if you do exactly the same as me. And I was like, okay, well, next reel. And then it's like, oh, you're a six-figure business owner. And I was like, I just watched this, and it's a different person. And
You
I was
need
like,
to do some work on your algorithm and stop watching the ones in full that you don't like.
I left it like 3 weeks, and I was like, I'll see you later, everyone. I'm out. Peace out. See you in a bit. And I came back like 3 weeks later, like, I am a new man. And then I was like, they were like, so what have you been up to? I was like, turns out I'm not a six-figure business owner. I don't get cold showers. And no, but and it disappeared then. The trend had gone.
Yeah, thank God.
Um,
I'm much more of a Who Did I Marry 50-part series on TikTok.
Yeah.
That rabbit hole. So I get a lot of that kind of content. You're probably not on that side of
I just
the
started
algorithm.
my TikTok yesterday. And I've already been watching the series about this woman that has a door in her house and she doesn't know where it's called.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
I have seen a few of those. Like, there was a guy
open the door!
There was someone that opened, they found a well in their floor. And I was like, oh, that was a good one. Like, they were doing a house renovation, or a reno. And, yeah, they found this well, and then they had to kind of like dig it all out, and they wanted to know where it goes, and then they made a feature out of it, and that was quite a good one.
There was one I got really involved with where someone found a rolled up carpet in their garden. Have you watched that one?
No, but they normally have dead bodies in.
Yes, yeah. Well, it didn't have a dead body in it, but they got the dogs out, the sniffer dogs, and the FBI and all that. But that was thrilling. I love that kind of stuff. That's how boring my life is. That was thrilling.
I do like how the people have the foresight to like make these like 50-part kind of things. I like do a reel, and I'm like, that's that reel done for the month. Next.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did like your reel yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Of you coming to get the camera back.
Oh yes, the behind the scenes. I was hoping that was going to launch me into the aforementioned YouTube stardom.
I really enjoyed it because I also find very annoying going back to get the camera.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're like, I mean, I probably could have gone through all of my camera footage and found like pictures of me, but I only just started running back for it because I was just like, oh my God, normally you walk, you don't go too far from it just in case. But some of the footage, like the one that I did with me going through the gate, first my friend went through the gate and I recorded him walking through. Then I recorded myself walk through the gate. Then I came back. Then I walked the camera through the gate. And it's just like, oh my God. And people don't realize and they don't appreciate. And that was kind of people probably do realize if they're in that field. I mean, I know for the benefit of our watchers and listeners for this show, Ali just recently bought a gimbal for her phone so she could make some content for her clients. And so we've been joking about the gimbal walk.
The gimbal walk. Got some strong thighs now.
But yeah, you don't, like the average person who's not involved in content creation, like my mum. Shout out to my mum. I don't think she listens to this podcast, but there you go. But she doesn't appreciate. She sees the video. It's fantastic. I love how you did that. You walked through the gate, and then we saw your POV through the gate, and then you closed the gate. no one spotted my friend in the background because he was in the dark bit of the shadows, but he was already in front of me. It's like, how did you do that when you went through the gate first? Aha. But anyway, people don't appreciate that in content creation unless you do it. So I was like, I'm going to show my viewers, watchers, etc., me running back for the camera, because I did a lot of running on that day. By the time I got back in the van and we drove home, I was like, oh, I think I need a nana nap. But it is interesting, the world of social media and content creation. And have for the benefit of the Rad Ventures crew, have you mastered the gimbal walk yet, Ali?
You know what? The walk I'm okay with. It's when when it like swings itself, and I'm like, why have you done that? I didn't ask you to do that. I think I've not got the settings quite right.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like it's balanced.
Yeah. So I think what the issue is that the gimbal I've got, and then I've got the new iPhone, and it squishes the buttons in and tries to make emergency calls.
Yeah.
So I've had to like shift it slightly, so it's not 100% balanced.
Yeah, I noticed that. I had one. I tried it for a time.
Yeah.
I had a Hohem gimbal, and I thought it was great at the time. I was like, yeah, look at it. And then you download the app and it can do these magical whirly shots. And what's that? A tracking shot where the camera comes forward, but the background goes backwards or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, this is great. But when I got a new phone, the buttons are all in the wrong place to kind of put it in the cradle.
Yeah, I think that's my issue. I got the new iPhone after I got the gimbal, and it's not compatible.
Bad times. What you should do is get an action camera or like a camera with built-in stabilization, so then you don't need to worry about it. So once you got it on that stick, no need for the gimbal walk. Though I have been caught out a few times trying to record a client and tripping over things. Mind you, if you've watched the vlogs, you'll know that I just trip over all over all the time.
I mean, I was quite adventurous as well, because the first client that I went to film was my forest school client, so it's not really the most steady underfoot. And I was trying to record a 4-year-old shooting a rifle and not get shot and not fall down the massive hill. So,
The joys of content creation, kids. Cool. Where are we up to on this then? So you both done your favorite apps because essentially it's social media. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Looking forward to this question from Ali's email. So we'll go with Deb's first and save Ali for the grand finale.
I'm going to make you look really bad now, Ali.
How many unread emails do you have on your phone right now, Debs?
Would you like me to look?
Well, you hopefully you probably know.
Live
but
action.
You can have some live action.
I can guarantee. Oh, it's actually 3, and that is across 6 inboxes.
It's pretty good going.
And I can tell you why. Is because on my personal email, I have a rule that sends all of it bypasses inbox, goes to all mail, and I triage them, pull out the ones that need my attention because it's just 90% shit.
Yeah.
And I just can't stand notifications on my phone.
No,
those
a lot
little
of people
red
have been on.
buggers.
Yeah.
No, they're not for me.
No, I think Apple Mail on my phone for the personal emails that I don't even look at. They they changed it not too long ago. So although there's like 1,000 spam mails that I've not read on my phone or deleted yet, it says I've only got like 34 or something on there. So I'm like, that's not too bad. It's double figures, so it's fine.
Too many.
Yeah, a few. Go on then, Ali. Tell the world how many unread emails you got on your phone right now.
So in my personal email, I actually looked last night because it won't tell me on my phone because there's too many. It's somewhere circa 30,000.
You think we'll have to send you a prize for having the most unread emails?
Yeah, can she screenshot her screen of her iPhone? Because if you ask how many like unread WhatsApps or anything like that, it'll be hundreds, I'm sure.
Only one WhatsApp at the moment.
One? Wow.
And then in my work email, it's about 1,300. But a lot of them are notifications from Circle.
Turn them off.
I could have turned them off, but I never ended up turning them off.
This is where we really, really are polar opposites.
I do. Obviously, I check my email probably like 2 or 3 times a day,
Hmm.
and I always pull out all the emails that need responding to, and then I just don't do anything with the other ones.
And I have to say, just for Ali's defence, she's probably one of the most responsive people because you worked with me at one point, didn't you, as my associate? One of the most responsive people I've ever met. But I think underneath that, there's just a whole layer of chaos.
So I don't know if you can. This way.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah.
5,228 there.
Yikes.
Could never be me.
54 Asana notifications.
I think there was a film, wasn't there, called Chaos that had Ryan Felipe and Jason Statham in it, and that was all about chaos theory and stuff like that. And he used to talk about how he was organised up the middle line of chaos.
I think that's kind of me. So, for instance, one of my clients, every month I go into her inbox and I've already set up all the rules and everything. And to be honest, she keeps it on top of it. And but at the end of every month, it's 0. And I can do that for other people, but not for myself.
No,
yeah, it's like car mechanics, isn't it? Like you never buy a car off a car mechanic.
No,
because you think they've worked on it, but they haven't because that's their day job, and they just like,
no.
Yeah.
And I give off the illusion that I'm really organised, but Ali's in my house right now, and if you just look around the corner, there's just piles and piles of clothes because my house overwhelms me. But I'm very on top of like systems because that's my thing. Like that is my thing. I have to be organised with it. But cleaning, house stuff, absolute mania. It's not my
I
job.
did my 6 monthly car clean at the weekend.
Oh, you also have 6 months.
Yeah, because I don't like to do it. Sometimes, I know this sounds very spoiled brat, sometimes my dad does it for me because he can't cook. Because my dad is like super organised, like OCD, and when he opens the door to put the kids in, it like pains him. So sometimes if I like go to my dad's, he'll be outside and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Clearing your car out. I can't cook." But I did it myself the weekend. Big ups to me. And I cleared 2 full bin bags of rubbish.
Wow.
And 1 full washing machine worth of clothes.
Nice. You wondered where that t-shirt was.
Yes,
yeah, 5 pairs of shoes.
And then I'm not going to say any more now because I feel like it's not giving off good virtual assistant vibes.
Ali's never going to get any work again.
Yeah, it's like, can you cut that bit out, Richard? Can you cut that bit out? Can you cut that bit out? Yeah. Can you send us a draft before you post this one?
Creativity.
Yeah, she's super, super creative.
To be fair, my car used to have like an annual clean. And I don't think it's had one of those for like 2 or 3 years now. I recently had to take it to the car wash because it was like going green on the outside.
Oh yeah.
But it was like it's a silver car, but it has like it's got it. I don't know where the green's coming from, but like I was only using it twice a week before, and now I can't remember when did I go in it. Like I don't know when I went in it last. I think I'm going to use it today. But yeah, so. Yeah, it is one of those, isn't it? Where you're like, especially when you don't use it very often, you're like, well, I'll clean it in a bit, or I'll just use the other one now.
Tomorrow, do it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Cool. Where are we at? So, how many emails do you? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the questions done. I forgot to ask you. Did you about the optional car question? Are you into the cars? Do you want to do the car question?
I want a Jimny.
I don't even know what that is.
What, a new one or an older one?
An older one. So
an old one.
I used to have a Mini, and I've loved it. Literally loved it. Not very conducive to having 2 car seats in. So now I've got literally a wagon. I've got an Audi Q7. It's absolutely ginormous. I hit it all the time. Literally, there's constantly a scratch down the side of it. It's really annoying to park. My boyfriend loves it because he's like, it's his dream car. That's why we have it. I just want a little car. I just want a bipper. I'd be happy with a bipper.
Did you, your Mini then, was that one of the newer ones or one of the old ones?
It was I had a Mini 1, and then that blew up. And then I had I don't know what they're called, the ones
Clubman,
that have, the ones with like the big boot, like the long boot. And
is that
not the doors that open like...
Oh, yeah, Clubman, wasn't it? Yeah.
I just said clubman
Yeah.
twice.
You
I
did
know,
say
but I don't know what it's called.
Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? So these are the new ones then, not like the old school ones.
Oh no, that was like really no. It was like a newer, old and
Yeah. Ah,
newer.
yes. Like I passed my test in one of those, a
Yeah.
Mini one. Yeah. Way back when, what was it, 2003? Yeah, 2003.
Mine was in the 90s when I passed. So
Did you get the
2013?
old-fashioned driving license?
what, paper one? Yeah.
Yeah, like the one with the lorries on. You could drive the
Oh
lorries.
yeah, I've got
going
that
into the
one.
next
I've
test.
got that one.
Have you?
I
That's
did
when I was 17, so it's like what, like
pretty
23
sure.
years ago. No, that's very bad maths. 13 years ago.
I'm pretty sure I didn't have to do a theory test. I'm pretty sure there weren't theory tests.
Yeah, they
there.
just introduced theory tests when I did mine.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was 97 when I passed.
I can't
I
remember
was
what year it
5
was
then.
because I could drive a 3.5 tonner, but you can't drive a 7.5 tonner unless you do the extra bit. But I think your license has 7.5 tonner on it.
Probably. That's my dream
I
car.
I can't remember if it was I think it was 1999 they changed it. It might have been a bit earlier actually. I don't know. Fun fact for you there. Unfact checked though.
If ever want a change of career.
Yeah, become a lorry driver.
Yeah, I think I'd fit right in.
You could be like, you're driving along, you like, have your cab all pimped out, little seat for Teddy.
You could go back into flooring.
I could, yeah, go back to the flooring company. I don't really have a favourite. I wouldn't grumble if someone gave me a Defender. I'd be quite happy about that.
Oh yeah, we've had that. Funny enough, the majority of guests on the show have either said they want a Land Rover or a Suzuki Jimny.
Yeah, it kind of fits in with my whole North Yorkshire vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. You could have one of those you could have like a 110 pickup, couldn't you? So then you could just toss the dog in the back.
I'd love one of those. I'd love a big pickup. That was my dream car for a while. And now I think I'd struggle to get it on the drive.
That is the problem with them. They are quite big. And cars are only getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, questions done. We used to call I used to call those the quickfire questions, but seeing as it's taken us like 40 minutes to get through them, they're no longer quickfire.
But not so quick.
No. Okay, so let's start wrapping up then. Okay, so Ali, then.
Yes.
What do you want to do if and when you grow up?
I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I really enjoy it. Get to choose when I work, who I work with, how long I work for. I'm quite happy doing what I do now. Maybe I'd like to travel a bit more and do it the same thing but elsewhere when the kids are a bit older.
Yeah.
But I'm quite happy carrying on as I am.
Nice. And what about you, Debs?
I think my answer is probably a bit serious. Standard. I see a lot of parents that are parent carers of neurodiverse kids that are forced out of employment or any type of work because they're full-time carers. So I'd love to work with those parents that feel like work isn't for them, to get them back into self-employment or employment, just to give them something for themselves. That would be a dream for me.
I love that. And to add to that, I had a conversation. I can't remember. It was a few episodes back, but I had a conversation when I felt self-employed. I thought, well, firstly, it's very risky, isn't it? Can't go self-employed. How are you going to get money and stuff like that? But then, as you were in it longer, you realise that I think it might have been G for Radio Social that I was talking to this about. But I was talking about how there's so many self-employed things. It's like you think it, and I guarantee there's a market for it somewhere.
Yeah.
The example I used last time was like bell ringing classes for women in their 40s in mid Wales, I think it was, or something. And you could start a business doing that. And you probably do need to be in mid Wales, and you probably need to have some experience in bell ringing. But at the same time, I bet you could make a small business with that. And that's, I love the fact that that's out there because, when we were all conditioned, controversial, to go to school to become worker bees or
Mhm.
worker ants, so we can go off and work in the factories or climb the corporate ladder or all that kind of jazz. And so, all we thought that was available was, you become a dentist, you become a corporate, a banker, a financer, an accountant, a
Teacher.
lawyer, a teacher, a pilot, all that kind of jazz. When
Mm.
actually, if you want to paint plates for a living and sell them on an Etsy store, that's an option too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's like you might need to expand on it and not just sell plates. You might need to do some other bits and
Yeah.
some courses or something in how to start your own painting business or how to make plates or something. But yeah, that's an option. And so on the back of your wanting to help adults who feel like they've been forced out of employment due to SEN kids, I love the fact that you could that in the world we live in, we also have that option too to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 100%. I physically would not be able to do an employed job, even if it was hybrid or working from home, like 40 or even 35 hours a week is just not possible for me. And I work about 16 to 18 hours a week, but I make sure that my son is my priority. And it's just perfect. And there's so much noise about getting everybody back into the offices, and it's discrimination a lot of the time for a lot of people, especially for people in my situation who are parent carers who've got appointments for kids, meetings at schools. They're constantly, sometimes they just can't go to school because it's too much for them. You just like dispelling like a whole group of people, and that's aside from people with actual disabilities themselves who can't go to an office.
It's
So,
yes, it's a strange world we live in, but
it's
hopefully it will
evolving
get
though.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's evolving and it's changing. It's changing rapidly. But I think, like you, I didn't think self-employment was ever an option for me. My dad's always had his own business. We grew up with that, like that kind of mentality. But I actually thought it was just for people with a trade or men. I'm going to say it, men. I didn't know any women that were self-employed, maybe hairdressers, but that's it. And it's just opened up doors for me that I never thought were possible.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Cool. So I think that we've covered roughly what you both wanted to kind of how you got to where you are now. We've covered what you're doing. We covered what you like to do in the future. We've answered the questions. I think that we could always get you back for a part 2 of the show once Lunar and Wild has become the success story that we know it's going to be
in 2028.
Well, let's say 2027.
Yeah, that's correct.
Write that
I thought you were
down.
putting it in your diary then.
Yeah, like just put it in the Google Calendar.
Yeah. Google
Invite.
expert
Okay. I think we'll take this opportunity to tell people where they can find you. So, Debs, go first.
Mainly on Instagram. I am Debs.does.asana. I think. No, I am. Pretty sure that's what I am.
And your website is debrapaynter.co.uk, right?
That's
and
right.
that's DEBRA.
Correct. PAYNTER.
There you go. And interestingly, before we get Ali to do hers, there is another Debs Does Asana, I think.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it?
Is that?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I'm not advertising them on here.
What an imposter.
I can't remember what I've seen them on. It might be Threads.
It's not Debs Does Dallas.
I'm going to insult. You know what I downloaded the other day?
Not Debs Does Dallas.
No. You know you might not know, but you know the Among Us sound when it's like wow. Apparently,
no, I don't know.
apparently you are the only Debs Does Asana. I don't know who I was thinking
great. Thanks.
I'll find it afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to insert the sound over that. It's like a real like. I'm going to have to find it, aren't I? But yeah, I am going to edit that bit in. Let's have a quick Google. What is it called? Among Us. Is it this one? This is it. Yeah. So I'm going to put this over the bit where you say Debbie does Dallas. I'm going to put this.
We can't hear it.
No.
Reenact it.
Can you hear it there?
No.
Hang on.
My fan is pretty loud. Is it go whack?
Kind of.
Okay.
I'll send it you.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Ali, tell everyone where they can find you.
On Instagram mainly, so I'm Ali Yates VA on Instagram, and then aliyates.co.uk is my website, and then we also have Lunar and Wild Services on Instagram as well.
Perfect. I shall pop those in the
Show notes.
Show notes, that's it, or the description, whichever way you're consuming this. Okay, well, I appreciate you both coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate both of you creating the Generator Gals. It's a wonderful group and has been mentioned on the show many times before.
Aww.
And obviously, I appreciate you having me, the honorary man. So, if you're listening to this or watching it and you've made it this far, thank you. The edit will be better. I will cut out that section where I go and see the roofing man for 6 whole minutes. And time for us to say goodbye. I might be back with it next week with a new guest. I might not. Who knows at this point? But I'm sure I will. So, and thanks to Debs for this, because she's the one that inspired it. But be excellent to each other and peace out. Give us a wave, girls. Say goodbye.
Bye.